With their dark, brooding looks and violent temperaments, twins Ronald and Reginald Kray became notorious early in life. Alongside older brother Charlie, the boys' upbringing was typical of working-class London. But this was no ordinary family. These boys were destined to stand out. Maureen Flanagan, former actress and one of Britain's first page 3 girls, first met the Kray family when she was just 17.
1961. Well, London was buzzing, swinging 60s was just beginning, everything was changing, fashion, politics, we had the pill. Some women were going out to work, like me, and it was a very busy area, most respectful, and that's when I met the Notorious Kray family.
When I was about 19, come out of prison, I was young then, I knew their father, and sometimes I'd go home with the Krays, their father rather than, and they were back from evacuation, Reggie and Ronnie. They was only about 9 years of age, and they used to call me Uncle Frank.
I found Mrs. Kray, Violet, a wonderful child. I had an affinity with her the minute I met her. I knew I'd have a friend for life. Typical mother who loved and adored the sons. Mr. Kray, who I always called Mr. Kray and never called Charles the whole years I met him, I found him quite a withdrawn, miserable man, but then he wasn't there very often, hence no authority, no fatherly authority in the house.
Was there much between Ronnie or Reggie?
No, they were about same as most brothers, you know, they'd have their arguments and one thing now and again. But otherwise, they were okay, yeah.
Okay is not how the other children of Bethnal Green remember the terrible twins. Those that somehow offended Ronnie and Reggie were beaten mercilessly. The twins' grandfather recognised their lust for violence and urged them to channel their vicious energy into the noble art of boxing. As former friend and true crime author Bernard O'Mahony explains.
This is the famous Repton Boxing Club, where all three Kray brothers came to learn their trade. They were influenced by their grandfather, Cannonball Lee, himself a proficient boxer.
Well, I thought Reggie was a really good fighter. I think he could have been a champion. What used to happen was, started in the school playground, having little scraps, chinning people, and then after that, in the street, chinning people.
I think they were destined, from little boys, to be leaders. She spoilt them terribly. What they wanted, they had, and then they grew up and they thought what they saw, what they wanted, they took.